Hi, this is Paul Evans from TeenLifeMinistries.com. In video number 1, we talked about educate. In this video, we're going to look at encourage. We know that that's a critical aspect, an essential aspect of a successful youth ministry. Not too many months ago, we did a survey of over 30,000 youth workers and discovered that the number one thing that they said that teens wrestle with the most, number one, self-esteem. It was higher than sex, than drugs, alcohol, parental conflict. It was number one. And we know deep down that that's true because that affirmation and that security is so critical to the young life, the young heart, the young mind. And so we need to encourage them and build them up. I found this out years ago in ministry when we took a trip up to the mountains and one of the kids wanted to go hiking. He is kind of the one that didn't fit in too well, was a little bit different. And he asked everybody in the group to go hiking with him, and nobody would. Nobody. And so he came up and he said, Paul, would you go hiking with me? Well, as a youth leader, you'd love to hear that I was really holy and was like, yeah, I couldn't wait to go. But I didn't want to go, but I went. I went on the hike with this kid. And we hiked all through the mountains, came back just exhausted. I never thought about it again, ever, until he graduated. And during his speech, as he was leaving the church, he said, and going off to college, he said, hey, I want to say that I really loved the time here. And I really loved, most of all, maybe my highlight of being at this church was my hike with Paul. I was thinking, it wasn't my incredible youth lessons. It wasn't my out of sight devotionals. It was the hike. It was that moment of encouragement, that moment of inclusion. And so we can do that super easily. All we've really got to do is notice and comment. And sometimes we may even want to put something in the mail. But notice, mention them by name, mention what you saw them do, encourage them and praise them for it. We already go to all the ball games anyway, right? We are already highly involved in their lives. So we know what's going on. And instead of just saying, good job, say, hey, so I want to tell you that was really a great job. They're in the second quarter when you did X, Y, and Z, I thought that was really amazing. Hey, Jim, I knew that you were artistic, but when I came this week and actually got to see your artwork on display, I really loved the piece that you painted X. I was really touched by that. That's some really great work. I can't wait to see what happens in the future. That builds up and that encourages. And yes, we want to encourage them spiritually as well. Maybe send them a card, something that they're wrestling with, or even when you see something good that they did, and include that word of encouragement. Another thing you can do, if you want to take it, to a next level, but yet not have to do a ton of work with it, inside TeenLifeMinistries.com, we've got tons of personal devotionals, youth devotionals, quiet times. You could print out a quiet time, put it in the envelope with your note, and send it to them. A quiet time that you feel like, wow, this would really touch them and help them and give them something to reflect on. So all of those resources are completely available for you to copy and to paste or to print and to send out to your group. So please utilize those. There's also things in there for parents that you can encourage them with. And we've got personal one-day retreats for you personally. So tag into those as well. So when it comes to encouragement, let's just make sure that we're about the Father's business, noticing specifically what they're doing, bringing it up specifically, and encouraging them and spurring them on to good works. When you think of a verse like Ephesians 4:29, don't let any unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only what is useful in building up. And like I just semi-quoted a second ago, Hebrews 10:24, that says, let us continue to encourage each other as long as it is called today. And what is the date? Today. Let's pick out some teens to encourage today. Lift them up. Help them get closer to the Lord by feeling more like themselves. Taking the guesswork out of youth work, this is Paul Evans for Al Milligren, TeenLifeMinistries.com.